These layers go for mile after mile after mile. Take the Coconino Sandstone. We can trace it from here, right across New Mexico, Colorado, right over towards Kansas and Oklahoma, or even in Texas. We're talking at least 200,000 square miles for this one rock unit that's consistent for mile after mile after mile. That's not the scale that we see today with localised sedimentation. And to get it flat lying like this over such a large area, it's like you have to make your pancake all at once very rapidly. And so these layers show evidence of rapid sedimentation.
Well, Andrew, the Coconino Sandstone is a big issue because the conventional paradigm has for years said that this was formed in dry conditions.
Yes, it's given as the textbook example, and it's held to tenaciously that the Coconino Sandstone formed in a dry desert sand situation. If we look closely, for example, at the Coconino Sandstone, we see within the horizontal layer, we see the bedding, that there's bands within it that are sloping. We call those cross beds. And what they indicate is that you had underwater sand waves were moving along. The comparison is in a desert. Most people understand a desert with a sand dune and the wind blowing the sand forward. Well, underwater, we see the same thing, sand waves. And so the water current is rapidly moving it along, and what we get left behind are these front-facing slopes. And we can estimate the depth of water, the speed of the water current, and we can do this with a Coconino Sandstone. In actual fact, it's important to recognise that there's a difference in the angle in a desert dune. It's usually 30 to 34 degrees at these sloping beds. Whereas underwater, it's usually 25 degrees or less. And in the Coconino Sandstone, these cross beds are always 15 to 25 degrees. Now, we've examined this issue extensively. Steve Austin's student, Dr. John Whitmore, has combed the hills around here with his students, hundreds and hundreds of measurements of these cross beds. And they all come in the range of 15 to 25 degrees, which is right where it should be with a underwater sand deposition.